What's going on, Trader Gang? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's going to be day 10 of our 100K Tradeify challenge. So show some love in the chat. Market's going to open here in about 2 minutes. So hope everybody's ready for a profitable week this week. I'm going to bring up my screen here. So we're just going to be hanging out. We're waiting for a 15-minute, the open and close of the first 15-minute candle. So because we have an area right now that it's respecting or getting a pullback on. So we got 44 seconds. So I'm still going to mark up the high and low. So previous day high, previous day low was actually right there at that candle. So I'll mark that up, 4 hour. So as we see right here, we have a 4 hour. A 4 hour demand zone. As well as a 4 hour supply. So because we could push down all the way down to here. So on the hour here, we could have a huge push down. So we could mark up some other areas right here. Right here, and then right here as well. So these are some areas of interest. But we're just going to hang out, wait for that 15-minute candle. So as we see here, it could bounce off of this 4 hour demand zone. So we just got to see what it's going to do. And then this is for Forex. I know. Futures. So first we have some areas marked up already right here. So we'll do the same thing here for previous day. So I already have this already here. So that was a previous day high. Previous day low. 4 hour. So we can see here we have a huge bullish engulfing candle. So it could push all the way down here. So this was our 4 hour. That was our 4 hour demand zone, which we just broke. And then we have supply zone. So it could easily pull back up. Yeah, that's nasty. Full bearish engulfing. But we have to see if it could push down to here and then respect it and then go back up. But we just have to wait. So we're on the 15-minute right here, and we're just gonna wait. Can you close? Let me bring myself down here. Yeah, it's super bearish. So I'm gonna look at S&P 500 also. So I'm gonna mark that up as well. We got our previous day high and low. We go on the 4-hour, mark that up. We have our demand zone right here. 4-hour demand. We had our supply zone right here, which we broke. So we did break the weekly right here, the weekly high. So of course we could get a rejection right here and it could push back down. So, but same thing, we're waiting for this 30 minutes or 15-minute candle to close. So here, this would be our 30-minute demand. Same thing. You're gonna see how this 15-minute candle closes. So we got 7 minutes. The gold is just tanking. So we just broke the previous day low. So we gotta see if it's gonna come all the way down to 33.19. So, because like I said, it could come down to here and push right back up. So we got 5 more minutes till the first 15-minute candle closes. So we just tapped into this area of support right here. So we're going to see if it continues to push down. So it's just kind of a waiting game. So because I've noticed a lot of times you don't want to trade the like right at market open, just because you don't know what direction it's going to go. You don't know what the overall trend is going to be. So you just have to be patient and just wait for price to do its thing. So because price could easily respect this area of support right here and literally go right back up and tap into this 4 hour supply zone or even this previous day high. So I do have an indicator on here that shows me previous sessions. So we just tapped into London low, which again we could respect and then literally target London high. So if we can see what Asian session did, so Asian session, um, of course, we came down, came up, and then consolidated a little bit, and then literally at 3 in the morning, we literally dropped. So all of London session was bearish. So we have to see because New York session could be bullish. So we just have to wait and see. We got 3 minutes till that candle closes right here. We're going to mark up the high and low of it and wait for price to break above or below it. So as you see here, I have this indicator for the orb. So however it breaks, then we're going to look for a position. Let's look at S&P 500. The S&P 500 broke the 30-minute demand, and they could easily continue to go up also because the trend is bullish. So, but we'll see. So we're getting a hard rejection on the 5 minute right here. So that could show that we're bullish as well. So we got 50 seconds until the 15-minute candle closes. And then we'll see what price is going to do. All right, 10 seconds. All right, here we go. So we got the high and low. We're going to see if it continues to break it. So it's always good to look at the higher time frame also. So could price push all the way down to here? Could very well. But you have to see. Because on the higher time frame we came up, we came down, we came up, we came down. So we're making higher highs and higher lows. So it could reach a level here where it ends up pushing up and we end up breaking previous day high. So we just have to wait for that. So 4 hour, we got a huge bearish engulfing candle. So usually seeing that could push price down. So this is on a higher time frame. 1 hour, kind of the same thing. Could continue to push down to this level right here. 30-minute, same thing. 15-minute. So, because if it breaks, so we're waiting right here. Because, like I said, it's respecting this level of support. See if we get a break above this. So, like for instance, we'll take a long. Our entry will be right here. Stop loss we can actually put below this orb right here. And we can target at least right here. Target this previous high right here. That'd be a nice 1 to 3. So, but sometimes we have to wait for it to break through. Might get a pullback, and then wait for it to go back up. So, but these rejections are really helpful. So it kind of gives you added confluence because price tried to push further down, but it couldn't. So now price is continuing to push up. But we have to just confirm that this isn't just a pullback to continue to go down. So that's what you can get easily caught into. I'll target this high actually. 1 to 4. If price breaks this, then our target would be like down here, or even this low right here. Right there. So it's just a waiting game. So once it breaks, so it looks like it's about to break right now. I'll go down to the 5 minute. Okay, we got a break. That's good. We just have to wait and see if there's any pullback. So just so I can get myself in order of how much I'm at a risk. So I'll probably risk 5 contracts. So this is a pullback that we want. See, we're getting a rejection here. So that's solid right there. So we're going to go ahead and take a buy position. All right, we took our buy position at 3350.6. So we're up 9 ticks right now. So this would be a nice 1 to 3. So I'm just copying this for my journal here. So we're already up 35, 40, 46. So once I hit this area right here, I'll go ahead and put my stops to break even. So we just have to see if it's going to break this area of previous support. So if sometimes gold will do that, it'll jump up a little bit and then it'll reverse. So we got to break that area of support. So we might get a little bit of a pullback. So we should continue up. Nice. Looks like we're breaking through that support. All right, we're looking good so far. Now we have this area of support. We need to. It's still lingering a little bit, so we need to come up to this area. Right? Buyers are definitely in the market. There we go. That's the push we needed. So hopefully, hopefully we don't have a pullback here. We just got to hold strong. Whatever the outcome is, whether we take a loss or we take a win, we don't move anything. We don't move our stop loss. We don't. The only thing we can move ever is our take profit, because we can trail it if it continues to go up. Because at the very least, we'll get stopped out in profit. So let's see what. All right. So, so on the 15 minute, of course, S&P 500 broke. So more than likely, we can look for a sell on here. So I'm not gonna take one, but like you can kind of plot one out. So you can have this here. Say have your stops like right here, and let's say target like down here, the next 1 to 3. So it should target down here. Because it broke this 30-minute demand zone. So we could see it to push down a little bit further. So on gold, we're getting a little bit of a pullback. So, but again, we just hold firm. So because we're at an area of support, so it has to pull back a little bit. So it may push down to my entry point before it pushes back up. So, but again, we just wait patiently, let the trade play out. No emotions, no nothing. Like I said, we take an L, we take an L. If we win, we win. Simple as that. So I went right back to my entry point. All right, looks like we're pushing back up. So we got to break above that support again. And gold's moving a little slow today. So usually when it kind of like ranges like that, like there's buyers and sellers both taking positions in at the same time. So they kind of it's like a scale, kind of just doing this. So we need to see who's going to come out on top, Bulls or the Bears. So this is where the patience game plays. So you have to be patient enough to watch it play out and not react and get out early or anything like that. Your whole goal is just to sit here and wait for it to hit your take profit or to hit your stop loss. You already managed your risk. You already knew how much you were going to risk. So you just got to let it play out. Our only goal here is to, let's get to a certain level, protect our capital, which means just moving our stop loss into profit. gold's having a hard time breaking this support level right here. There's a previous support level right here. So it's having a hard time breaking it. I still think it'll break it, but it's struggling a little bit. We have to break above these previous candles. So we have to break above this area right here. We have to break above. I think there's enough bullish momentum to push past it. We have to be patient. Once we break this previous support, I'll feel comfortable moving my stop loss to break even. And we got push through. I'll be right back, you guys. All right, guys, we back. I had to get some coffee. So it looks like we're stuck in a consolidation. Bryce is trying to figure out what it wants to do. So I could put my stops at break even right now, just to protect my capital, but I just want to play it out and see what it's going to do. Okay, nice. We got a huge push up. So now that we broke here, I can move my stops to break even. So we're a little bit above. So now that we broke here, now the target is right here. So if not here, but I definitely think we can hit our TP if we don't get stopped here. If we don't stop here. So, but nonetheless, we're in a risk-free trade right now. So whatever which way it goes, we won't take any L. So we're getting another hard rejection. So if we line this up, so if we line this up right here, there's another area of support right here that it's rejecting. So we need to break above here. So next area to break is right here. You have to break this area right here. So once we break this area right here, I think we'll be good. So I will say for like beginner traders, this would be freaking nerve wracking. Like, but I'm so calm now in this, in these trades. So, but we're chilling. We're in a risk-free trade right now. Just gonna see where price wants to go. It looks like we're continuing to push up. So, like I said, we got to break this area right here because this is a previous area of resistance right here and support. So, see if we get up there. Well, we're up 350 so far. All right, we're almost approaching that support area or resistance area. Looking good so far. Once we reach here, then I'll move my stop loss up to here. So, because what it usually does is, of course, it'll come here, pull down like it did, come up here, probably pull down to here, and then go back up. If it doesn't just take a straight shot up, so we'll see. Nice. We're almost close to 100 ticks. So just like I said, we made it up to here. So 'cause if I drag this over, it's lining up perfectly with this previous resistance area. So now next area to break is going to be here. So we got to break this area right here. But once we get to right here, there's a previous level of support right here. I'll move my stops to up here. So we got to break above that area so we can go to the next area. But it just takes patience. So I personally feel like we're gonna tap into that London high. So if you guys remember, I showed you earlier the session. So this is a London high up here. So it could very well go up there, but I'm not necessarily trying to grab the whole move. I'm just taking a good portion of it. So we could definitely go into like beginning of New York, New York session easily. So, but we'll see how it plays out. So it's definitely a waiting game, especially with gold. It doesn't move as volatile as it used to during this area of New York City. So you just have to be patient. Let's check out our paper trade in the meantime. So, so look at that. So it broke the 15-minute candle, 15-minute close, and then we were pushing to the downside. We're already more than 50% in profit, so I don't see why I wouldn't target right here. So I mean, we are getting a little rejection right here, but you could literally just take 50% off right here and just let the rest run to here, and that would be a solid trade. So we're waiting on gold here. What is it going to do? Yeah, like I said, we have to break this area. You see, we have an area of support or resistance right here. We have to break that. So this price can come down to here again, and then bounce off of it and continue that. Yeah, but we're just gonna see how it's gonna play out. So if it breaks here, then more likely we're gonna be out. So I'm gonna move my stop loss a little bit more in profit to get stopped out. Oh well, we'll make at least $150. If it's gonna respect that area support. Looks like it might break it. We'll see how this 5 minute candle closes. See if it respects it. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna keep my stop loss where it is. And let's see if we get stopped out. I'll at least put it at the bottom, at least with somewhat in pocket. So I don't take any loss. See if it respects this. Let's see, what is gold going to do? We're going to respect the support level. We're going to break through it. Yeah, because I mean, price could easily do like we came up, came down, came up, we're right here. We could easily come back up, come back down, to break through this support level. See if S&P 500 hit. Ooh, look at that. Take profit smashed. Look at that. That would have been a beautiful paper trade right there, or beautiful trade in general. 1 to 3 risk to reward. Solid. Look at that. TP hit. Nice. Straight out of the order block breakout or opening range. Sorry, not order block. Order block would be like right here. So we'll see. We have faith in gold. There's too much momentum right here. Like for it to continue to push down or come back here. It has to go back up. Target these highs right here. We got this liquidity. So remember, we need to break this area right here. So it tapped into this area right here. We need to break this high. There we go. Just got to break above here. Got to get up there. Got to get there. Got to break above this. So it looks like they're trying to bring more sellers into the market to push price down before it goes back up. So, but if we can respect this support area right here, continue to go up, that's what we want to see. Yeah, looks like price is wanting to push down. So we may get stopped out in profit. So let it play out. What are we going to do? Are we going to take us out in profit, or is it going to continue to push up? A lot of indecision. I really think we can break above this support. Gold's just kind of playing around with it right now. So 5 minute candles. See how it closes. So it closed bearish. But I think it can still push price up. Let's look at the higher time frame. So we have a doji right here, which could mean continuation, so continued push down, or this could mean because we did push down that this doji represents a correction, which means we're going to pull back up. So, which again, I think we could respect this 4 hour demand zone to continue to push up. But who knows? It may have to tap into here first before it goes back up. We just have to wait and see. So it's 30 minute. 30 minute, we have a rejection here at this area, which could cause price to continue to fall. So this was just a pullback for the continued movement to the downside. So because trend wise, like we have been making lower lows and lower highs. So, but we could easily tap back into here because the overall trend is still bullish. So if we go on the daily, so even though like we're really kind of caught in some consolidation, to be honest. But we had a push up here, a pullback, and then a push up. So that leads me to believe we can literally tap into 34, say 34.80. So I still think we can push up. So, but we're kind of ranging right now. So I mean, because we could pull down, even further, all the way to like 33.51 before we go back up. But just gotta see. So we're pretty close to getting stopped out. So at least in profit. So I guess I don't know. Price doesn't want to break through. We just have to see what it's going to do. So where's the 30-minute? So if we could get this 30-minute candle to close bullish, would be good. If it does try to push down back into this previous day low, then that's what it's going to do, and then it will push back up. But we were hoping for this bullish engulfing candle to carry us, to at least to 33.62 or at least to 33.69. But it looks like we could possibly get stopped out. So 5-minute candle just closed. So we closed bearish again. Let's see if we can push up. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get stopped out. See, you'll see it live. Yeah, we should have gotten stopped out already. Almost there. He was waiting to get stopped out here and profit. It's crazy. Come on, stop us out and profit. I think if it does push down, it's going to target that 4-hour demand zone. So that would be crazy if it just pushed up. We're still waiting to get stopped out and profit. I think we're right there. Yeah, almost there. There we go. Stopped out and profit. There we go. All right. So we took a profit of $14. So, of course, seeing that, we know price is going to continue to push down. Price could easily push it down to down here. So, just knowing that, I could easily take, because we know the direction now, I could take a position here, put my stops above this area right here, and at least target down here. So we'll still target, you know, 5 contracts. So I'll put 255. So we'll take the sell there. So 33.49, 5. So knowing that, we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna put that in my journal really. I'll say 820. So we could push down to this previous day, or breaking previous day low. So we could continue to push down here. So, because I mean, the overall trend is bearish. So, but we thought that we were going to have a push up because of this huge movement during London session. So this would be a nice 1 to 2. So nothing too crazy. All right, I'm continuing to push down. Yeah, sellers are in the market today. So I guess we can remove all this stuff. So clean up our charts a little bit. So we're up $200. So our target is this low right here at 33.32. That'll give us a 1 to 2. Yeah, we're continuing to push. So just to secure some profit, we'll put stops at break even right here. We'll take 3 contracts off. Just to secure some profit, and we'll just let the rest run. Oh, look at that, beautiful. We'll move this down a little bit more. So we hit one area of support. See if we can push down into another area of support, which that would be right here. So we'll put stops right here. Yeah, we'll keep it here for right now. So we secured 188 so far. We're definitely bearish for sure. Yeah, we're pushing towards TP here. We're just going to keep it there. That's a nice 1 to 3. We're not going to get greedy. There we go. So what was it going to be if we hit it? 865. Not bad. Yeah. Let me push it a little bit more. Because this thing is pushing. Oh my goodness. So now we're at the TP2 pretty much. So gotta blow past this one. Then we can push a little bit further. We got a minute left. And pushing a little bit lower. See if we, yeah, break through it. So if it respects it right here, I'm just going to take it. Then we can push a little bit lower. A little bit lower. All right, I'm going to close it right here. I'll take that. Just going to close it right here. Because it looks like price is trying to push up. So, and that'll be it. That'll be our 2 trades right there. All right, guys, I'm going to call the live right here. Took 2 beautiful trades. First trade, we got stopped out in profit because, of course, we had a target of being up here. First, we got out at about down here. Then, of course, we saw it break and push down. So it's probably going to push further even more. But, I'm okay with the profit that I took. We took a profits of 492, so almost 500 bucks. So not bad. We're trying to build this account back up, so slowly but surely. So I'll do a recap of this later on today. But not a bad session, guys. So I appreciate you guys popping on, watching the live. You guys saw this live. So if you guys can, like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely follow me on IG. I'm going to be posting, of course, my trades that I took every day. So you can follow me on Nikki_pips. And I'll put the I'll put the link or the handle down below in the comment section. So or in my description. And yeah, guys, we just hope to have a profitable week. And you guys can follow my journey. Again, Nikki_pips. All right. You guys have a great day. Peace.